Hi Pisces, this is Christine with Indigo Wings, and this is your love reading for December, more like mid-December because I'm a little late with this, but what can I do? So before I get started with this, I'm running a special through December 16th, 6-month tarot scope, 3-month tarot scope. They're on sale. It's this spread, but for 3 months and for 6 months. The 3-month is $40. The 6-month is $60. Normally the 6-month is $115. So just so you're aware, it's a really good deal. And let's see, what else do I want to say? I will be putting the videos out in the future in order of the number of likes that they get. So if you are wanting to me to get your video out before the other signs, make sure you like the video so you have a better chance of that. And as always, this is a general reading for a large number of people, so there is a chance it might not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. It's just not the message for you. So with that said, we'll start your reading. The theme for December is let go of control issues. So there's something, there's a situation that you are dealing with that you need to just kind of chill and go with the flow. And you might think that you are, but rethink that, because there's something somewhere where you are trying to guide the situation. Maybe it's with messaging or talking to somebody, to make sure you stay in touch, instead of letting them come to you, or, there's some way that you are trying to drive a situation, and, you need to have faith that it's going to get there, but it's going to get there when the time is right, not with you kind of nudging. So that's what I'm getting here. So the first card that comes up is the Seven of Earth. And I love that this card came up as the first card, because this is a card of planting the seed. And if there is kind of a direction that you're wanting your situation to go in, instead of trying to push and control, just know that you're kind of planting the seeds and see what grows from it, and just let it go. This is also a card of, that there's some unnecessary worry taking place. And I feel like that, again, is connected to the trying to nudge the situation down a particular path, or, trying to, just kind of keep your hand in something that you're doing more harm than good, when you're not just letting it happen on its own. The Seven of Earth can also indicate that there might be a pause coming up, or you might be experiencing a pause right now, but it's temporary. It's not going to stay. And I think that some of, that's coming up because you need to let the other person that's involved in this, or people, kind of think on things, and you gotta, just going with the example of planting a seed, once you plant the seed, what do? Do you sit there and watch it, coach it to grow? Are you checking on it every 5 seconds? Are you, what do? You make sure that the ground it's in is fertile, you make sure that it's watered, you make sure it gets sunlight, and you let it grow on its own. But it needs time to do that, right? So if you're kind of experiencing that pause, it's just, things are just kind of starting to wake up and grow. And the clarifying card is the Ten of Wands. I feel like it's saying, that you are stressed, worried, concerned, feeling burdened about this situation, and it's unnecessary. It's not, you gotta kind of just see if you can occupy your mind with other things. And then the next card that comes up, which, I always think it's kind of crazy when this happens because I'm using two separate decks. So this is the Ten of Fire. The Ten of Fire is the same as the Ten of Wands. And I think that despite the fact that your worry is not needed, it's not helping, you're still stressed. And some of it could just be the season. It tends to be kind of a crazy time of year for some people when, you have the holiday season and all the stuff that people have to do. And, especially if you happen to be the person in your family or group of friends that takes on the planning of a lot of the holiday types of things, planning the gift exchanges, planning the meals, planning the outings, planning the visits. Like that can be a lot of, that can be an added burden on top of already being worried about a situation. And you need to be careful because you're going to make yourself sick, with all of the burden and stress that you're carrying. And to try to remember that it's not, let go of what's not necessary to be worrying about. Worry about what's in front of you, kind of thing. Now the next two cards, I thought it was really nice that these cards came out together. We have the Star and we have the Nine of Water. So I feel like whatever this situation is where you kind of planted the seed and you were worried about it, or, whatever the situation is that you've been trying to, nudge in a certain direction, I do feel like you're going to see that if you kind of just back off a little bit, it's going to go the way you want it to go. Or maybe not the way you want it to go, but it's still going to go in a positive direction where, I feel like you're going to be pleased with it. The Nine of Water is, dreams come true, wishes come true. The Star is being on the right path and happy times. So, I feel like you'll get to a point where you see like, oh, I didn't really have to be so weighed down by all of that. And the clarifying card I pulled here is the King of Pentacles. This is another card where it's like everything kind of falls into place and is going really well. Like this is where like everything you touch turns to gold. So that's so good. And I do feel like those of you who are watching this and you're kind of like saying, okay, yeah, I'm trying to control this situation too much. I'm burdened by it. I gotta back off. You're gonna reap the benefits with that. Like it's gonna come together really well for you. Excuse me. So then the next two cards that come out, we have the Knight of Earth and we have Strength. And that's kind of where this whole puzzle sort of came together for me. And this might be where I might lose some of you because this part might not resonate with you. This first part might be feeling right, but the second part might not quite as much. So Knight of Earth and Strength. I feel like for a lot of you, the Knight of Earth is the other person in this situation. And this is somebody that you can count on them. This is a person who, they follow through with their commitments. They are dedicated. They are honorable. This is somebody who wants to get things accomplished, but they move so slow. And I feel like the pace that they are moving at is different than what you would like to see, or different than the pace you move at or are ready to move at. And that's something that you're probably going to have to either like take it or leave it. You know, and by that I mean, I think this is just somebody who is, they're very conscientious of the direction they're moving in and of the actions that they take. Like they are not hasty. They're not really like a knee-jerk reaction kind of person. And, you know, I think you're going to have to decide, like, am I cool with not trying to push this the way I want it to go anymore? And, like, can I wait and see where they go? Or am I out? And I feel like with the Strength card, you know, I do feel like you have the ability to dig down and say, like, you know, I can stop pushing. I can wait. I can see where this is going. You know, it's just going to, you know, don't be hard on yourself for when you go into the times that you do push or that you do try to control something, because that's not, you know, it's not uncommon for people to try to control something that's happening with them or around them, or want it to go a certain way. Like, so don't beat yourself up for that when it happens, and don't beat yourself up because you've been doing it. Just say, you know what, I can do differently now. I feel like some of you might be feeling a little resentful or judgy towards this Knight of Earth for being so slow moving. You know, like, some of you might have some kind of harsh judgments around, like, well, if they really cared about me, they would want to meet me where I'm at, and if they this and they that. So be really careful about how you're thinking about this person, the expectations that you're placing on them. Excuse me. Because that's not going to help you get to where you are. And I think that, you know, if you are feeling resentful, like, you need to figure out a way to dig down and let that go. And then it's funny because the clarifying card here is Strength. So that, I feel like this is a really strong message here to just, you know, give this person the benefit of the doubt and dig down and kind of just be okay where things are at, work on that, and try not to be so judgmental and harsh towards this person for not kind of moving at the pace that you want to move or in the direction you want to move. The Surrender card for this month, which I thought was kind of crazy given what these last cards were, is Surrender Resentments. So I really think that's going to be a big thing for you, is recognizing, are you holding on to some resentment towards this person because the situation's not moving in the way you wanted it to? And, you know, maybe you're even holding some resentments towards yourself for not being more flexible, and, you know, so just let go of that. Just kind of let things be and enjoy them the way that they unfold. This card says, holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. So I hope that this is helpful for you, you know, and especially in this time of year where I think that, you know, there's a lot of holidays. I think people get, you know, bigger romanticized ideas about things, and that they should be in a certain position in their life. And, you know, I feel like there's just more pressure at this time of year. So just, you know, give yourself a break. Try to go with the flow and see where that takes you, because there's really good stuff here. There's really, really good stuff. So I hope this is helpful for you. I hope that it resonated with you. You know, if it did and you want a personal reading with me, remember that I am having the special for 6-month tarot scopes for $60, 3-month for $40. I also have my website with all of my other offerings, so you can take a look at that as well. If you liked this, please hit the like button. Remember, I am putting next month's videos out in order of likes. Subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified when I upload the latest videos. And of course, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this. I love reading your comments and interacting with you, so you know, keep them coming. I hope that you have a wonderful December. If you're celebrating any holidays, I hope you enjoy and have a wonderful time, and I will see you guys very soon in January with your love reading for that month. I'll see you soon.